What's good, y'all? Ya Clout Podcast in the building. Boy Mike says to my brother Marvel Larry One. How you doing, sir?
Peace, man. All is well, man. How's everybody, chat?
I was chat Saturday. My boy got a fresh cut.
Yes, sir.
You know, hell yeah. I'm chilling. Wanted to. This turns what is it? 26 years old.
26.
Yeah, on the 15th of December. So I figured, you know what? Let's get this done now. I love this fucking album. It's been in my life, Jesus Christ. I would say 1995. Like, of course, I seen Nothing But a G thing coming up when I was a kid. You know what I mean? And I
Right,
liked it around 7, 8 years old. But when it actually entered my life, it was like Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? Like one of the
right.
most explicit albums I heard. I just couldn't get enough of it. And then it was one of the very first CDs I got too.
Oh,
You know,
shit.
the OG copy, and I was like in love, my nigga, because you could see the OG Death Row logo on this shit. You know what I mean?
Right, right, right.
It's way different than what everyone knows now. So glad I still got that pressing too.
Yeah, I could imagine that going for some money, too.
Hell yeah. 1992, Dr. Dre The Chronic. That's what we're talking about today, people. And for viewers, get a little more than we'll go in.
Word.
Hell yeah.
I
Like
just shared it
Doggy
on my
Style.
page, so.
Go ahead, Steven.
No, it's just, I just shared it on my Facebook, so,
Oh, yeah,
hopefully,
I'm gonna post
people
it.
chime in.
Yeah, I'm gonna post it on the story too. Um,
What up, Eric?
what up, Eric? Thank you for being a patron too. You gotta pick an
Word.
album, Eric. You gotta pick an album. Then you gotta pick a CD. $20 limit though. Let's see.
We got 5 so far.
Five. Hell yeah. All right, we can go, man. Fuck it. Dr. Dre The Chronic, 1992. Dr. Dre's debut album after leaving NWA and shit like that. When did you first? Because we didn't talk about Dre yet on the show. When
Right.
did you first discover Dr. Dre or NWA for that matter?
I first, honestly, I got discovered discovered Snoop first, then Dr. Dre.
Oh,
So that
dope.
was like around 93. And
Yeah.
so and then after and What's My Name was the first song by Snoop that I got introduced to him, and then I got into Dr. Dre. And Dr. Dre, the first song I've got introduced to Dr. Dre was actually, I want to say, the Dre Day, and then Nothing But a G Thing. Those two songs were the songs that got me to Dr. Dre, and like just the sonics of the songs, and like how the beats sounded was just so, it's timeless. It's so memorable. Like I remember hearing those songs as a young kid,
Same.
and when you get older, it's like, oh shit, it still sounds as fresh as you heard it back then.
Facts.
So that would be my introduction to Dr. Dre, and then I got into NWA later on as I got older. But Snoop was my introduction to Dr. Dre, and then so forth and so forth, and then eventually I started learning about. I know about Ice Cube, but I didn't know he was part of NWA because you're 60, like 5, 6 years old, you don't know any of that shit. But I
Yeah.
remember I remember Boys in the Hood used to come on cable a lot, and I always remember Cube with the Jerry curls. That was his hair was what stuck out to me, believe it or not. And then and then
Same.
after that, yeah, and then after that, I started following these cats, and then the rest is history.
Fire shit, my nigga. Hell yeah, I
Or
like that story. For me, it was a Nothing But a G Thing video. I'm like 8. You know what I mean?
or
Seeing Snoop ironing the khakis and shit like that, threw it over his shoulder,
oh
you
yeah,
know? And I was like, oh shit, that's dope. I didn't know much about that shit though, but I know my uncle was listening to that and bumping that hard body. But when I first actually, heard the album, got into it, is 1995. You know what I mean?
okay,
When I went on a rampage, Steven, any
right.
allowance I got, it was a cassette, my nigga. So I got
Oh,
the
same.
Chronic. Yeah, I got the Chronic, and I never looked back, man. Never
Woo.
looked back. It blew my fucking mind. I got that in Doggy Style around the same time. I was just getting everything that a hip hop head should get when he starts getting into hip hop, just snatching all that shit up. And plus, I had my own personal tour guide for the hip hop, my uncle.
Right.
So he was
Right.
telling
Oh.
what to hit, what not to hit, you know. And yeah, man, from that point on, big fan, you know. NWA, I discovered first.
Okay.
So my uncle had all the, I know you remember Rap Pages, the Rap Pages
Yeah.
magazines and
Hmm.
the Yo MTV Rap mag. Yeah, he had all that shit. And looking at these niggas in Raider caps and other, this shit's fire, man. Big fan of
Hmm.
that. You know, seeing the straight out of Compton cassette he had and Niggas for Life cassette he had, but it was with the Chronic, it was like 95 for me and never looked back. But with that being said, let's talk about the album. We can jump right into the album.
All right.
Um, First track, the Chronic intro. Fucking love that shit.
Oh,
That
same.
beat is fire. I wish they used that beat to rap on. I could
Yo,
just
that was my only
like,
complaint. That was my only
yeah,
complaint with that shit.
I could hear Daz and Corrupt and Snoop and Dre on that shit, man.
Oh
That
yeah.
would be fire, man. Just Snoop just talking shit about Tim Dog because of the Fuck Compton song around that time, and
Yep.
you nigga called Easy and Jerry Hella, Mr. Rock and Tattoo, Fantasy
Damn.
Island, young niggas. Cause Easy short and shit, that shit had me dying. Mr. Rock and Tattoo, aka Jerry and Easy. I don't love Easy, I don't love Jerry. Yeah, Snoop talking. Yo, I know niggas talk about they don't like intros or skits. I can relate, but I love that intro. It's so fire. You
It's
know? That
legendary.
yeah. The shit talking that Snoop does on there, and it's like, like always do about this time. The Judge Clinton shit. I fucking love that, man. Amazing. And the jail bars close, and you know,
Yeah.
Snoop even admitted, and Death Row, they got their whole steez, like listen, Snoop from 3-2 of convicts. You
Oh
know,
wow.
yeah, when he go, when the nigga said really though, and all that, and then
Right.
Snoop used that shit too. So he got that from him. He said it just like him, and the Death Row inmates, they got it from like the convicts album cover and shit. Yeah, man.
Oh shit,
Look,
I didn't know that.
yeah, because Big Mike supposed to be on Death Row.
Oh
You know,
shit.
yeah. You can just Google it, Steven. You'll pop right up. You know.
Yeah, I look it up. Definitely. Damn, that's holy shit.
But you know what? When he left and what you call it, called him back. Jay Prince called him back and he did the so Death Do His Part. But
Okay.
yeah, that's dope how they influenced Death Row. But what an intro, man. Love it. Your thoughts on the intro, Steven?
Oh yeah, the intro is legendary, man. It's like the dope beat, and like you said, such a wasted beat. Well, I wouldn't say wasted, but Snoop Dogg talks his shit. I mean, so legendary. Like for one, like you'll never hear shit like this. You never heard
No.
anything like that before, especially over a ill ass beat. That bass line, oh my god! Like with the whiny synths and shit like that, and the piece of president drums. I mean, that shit was so fucking dope, man. Yeah, Snoop just talking his shit, man. Like, calling out MC Ren, Tim Dog, Easy E. I don't love Ruthless Records. You know what I'm saying? Just saying, yo, suck my balls, and oh, yo, he's just niggas just going in, man. But it kind of sets the tone of the album, man, and I love that shit. And it's a dope segue to get into the next song that we're about to talk about. That's my
Oh
thoughts
yeah,
on that.
I would agree with that. What a way to start the album off with that intro, leading into "Fuck with Dre Day" and everybody celebrating. Oh
Right,
my god, I absolutely adore that song. It's like the birth of G Funk. Like I know Above the Law did that shit first. You know what I
right,
mean? Holy Seven says my shit, and I ain't gonna argue with the nigga.
right,
To the mainstream, like this is the birth of G Funk. Just hearing
right.
that
Oh,
that bass line and fucking Dre and Snoop going off on everybody from Luke Campbell to
yeah.
Easy, to especially Easy. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Amazing back and forth from Dre and Snoop. Now I know Dre didn't write his shit, but come on, man, that shit's fire. Like you gotta have some kind of lyrical ability to pull that off. Trust,
Yeah.
you
Oh yeah.
know. And well, why do you give Dre a pass? You gonna give Drake a pass because Dre lets it be known, nigga.
Oh
That's
yeah.
why. You know, Bushwick Bill lets it be known. fucking easy let it be known. So it's not nothing like that, like a Drake issue, but fuck him. Yeah, the back and forth such is crazy, man. You know? And one of those Jack the Rapper events, the Luke Campbell and Death Row shit, went down. Niggas were beefing, dumping
Right.
over this track. You know what I mean? Gap teeth in your mouth so my dick gots to fit. With my nuts on your tonsils. When you're on stage rapping at your whack ass concert. That's how you diss a motherfucker. Not this
Yeah.
corny subliminal shit. Nah, fuck you, nigga. Get raw on that. I love fuck with Dre Day, man. That is a bang. And the video's dope. We get
Mm-hmm.
Steve Berman pretending to be Jerry Heller. You got
Yeah.
who that nigga Ezel? What's that nigga name? AJ Johnson?
Uh, yeah, AJ Johnson. Yup.
Yeah. And the recent interview with Vlad, he was in real motherfucking G's video, but
Yeah.
he didn't finish it because Shook put a gun on that nigga.
That's
I,
crazy.
wow, yeah, that's fucking nuts. But dope diss track, fire, banging bass line. Like I said, I can't get enough of that bass line. Classic, amazing intro track, man. Besides the intro itself, man. But yeah, fuck with Dre. My thoughts on that. What your thoughts on that, Steven?
Yeah, I
Classic.
love this. I love this song. Timeless song. It just reminds me of like I could just see niggas back in like '92, just like in the backyard in the barbecue, kind of like in the beginning, like that backyard barbecue at Doughboy's crib. I can imagine niggas
Oh
at that. You know what I'm saying? Niggas with
yeah.
the Jerry curls and the Raiders snapbacks and the starter jackets and all that with the 40, the St. Eyes and the oldies and shit. He's
Oh
got
yeah.
the beeper and shit. You know what I'm saying? He's just just mob, just chilling. Son, he got the shorty with the spandex. You know what I mean? Just chilling,
Oh.
son. You know what I mean? Niggas is loped out. You know what I mean? Just chilling, son. And Snoop Dogg with the Bow Wow, yippee yay, yippee yo, yippee yay. Like he just sets the tone.
Uh,
He stole that song, man. I don't care what nobody says. Dre, he
yeah.
did his thing, but Snoop, he bodied that track, man. I really, really, really enjoyed that. The bass line, the video is dope. I mean, everything about that. Him talking about Luke three Two Live Crew and all that.
Yep.
Fucking dope, man. I love that shit, man. And
I like how
again,
you
once again,
painted the
after
picture, Steve.
what happened?
I love how you painted that picture, man. That was great. What
Oh
Boys in
yeah,
the
yeah.
Hood?
I picture shit like that. I don't know what it is. Like I have like a crazy imagination when it comes to certain things. Like,
I'm with you
yo,
though.
this yeah, you know what I mean? And again, Snoop Dogg with the outro, him talking his shit, man. You know what I mean? He's just doing what he doing. So he talked about Tim Dog could eat a big fat dick and
Yeah, he's
him representing
eating.
Yonkers, man.
Oh yeah, fire song, man. Absolutely. Like Steven said, the Jericho juice is dripping.
Oh yeah.
Niggas are playing dominoes. The, the
Oh
the
yeah.
the St. Ides and the OE is cold. You can just
Oh
picture
yeah.
that shit. That's great. Yeah,
Niggas
fucking
have a
with Dre
whole
Day.
refrigerator filled with 40s and shit.
Hell yeah. That fucking cooler shit, summertime shit. Niggas know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fuck with Dre Day and everybody celebrating, man. Future Snoop Doggy Dogg,
Yes, sir.
I think as it was known at that time. Then we get Let Me Ride. Oh my God. Banger.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, just love that shit, man. Amazing. If you got a system, like my shit is decent, okay?
Right.
That shit thumps, dude. When I put the iPod on with the aux cord, that shit thumps. And it's a great song. It's like cruising. You make sure you got your gun on you, niggas want to jack you. And we all know how LA was back then.
Oh yeah.
We may not be from that part, but we're both East Coast niggas. But we heard the stories, and shit was crazy. So um, that rolling in my 6'4", doom doom doom, with all the bitches
Woo.
saying that shit is fire. See that's one of the okay. I'm not gonna lie. I love fuck with Dre Day and nothing but a G thing, but I'm kind of burnt out on him. Even though I fucking love him.
Yeah. Yeah, especially nothing but a G thing.
Oh
Definitely.
God. But this, I'm not. I fucking love. Oh my god, that fucking funkadelic. I forgot what song it is, Steven, but it's on Mothership Connection.
Okay.
That going down street cherry top and let me ride. I forgot what song it is, but it's from that album. I know it is. I own it. So
Okay.
and what a dope sample. He was the Mothership Connection is all over here. That whole fucking album, damn near, is sampled on the
Oh
Chronic,
yeah.
man.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, Let Me Ride is just phenomenal, man. I never get sick of it. You know what I mean? I got my Glock cocks because niggas want these. You know, like
Woo.
you ain't jacking me, son. That's that low rider music. You know,
Oh yeah.
easily. Fantastic, fantastic song. I believe there's another version with Snoop on it. Like I think there is or something. It was on like the Chronic relit fucking version or some shit like that. But
Oh, the joint from '09, right?
yeah, the album
Yeah,
cover is atrocious.
yeah,
It's like the zigzag paper being burnt. Nah, I'm not getting that.
yeah.
Fuck that. But that track, you know, Let Me Ride is amazing. Your thoughts on that, Steven?
Yeah, very dope song. In my opinion, his most slept on song as far as like single wise, because like you
Yeah,
said, like you know, Dre Day and Nothing But G Thing always gets a lot of play, but with this song, for some reason, doesn't really get that much play. But like you said, like just that laid back, like niggas in the 6'4", just driving to like, I don't know, to the beach or whatever. It just has like going to the beach kind of vibe to it. Like you and the homies going to whatever beach, you just have the convertible down, just going through the highway, just just chilling, man, just having a good time, man. You know what I mean? It's just that good feel music, man. I love that, and that's something I'm kind of noticing the West Coast is kind of going towards to again. That laid back G funk. I would like to see more of that.
yes.
So we got people like G Perico, YG, Nipsey Hussle,
Oh,
cats
I
like
love
that in the
Nipsey.
West.
Yeah,
And I'm glad like they kind of like carrying the torch because a lot of especially nowadays like everybody's doing trap, whether you're in the East Coast, West Coast, obviously down south, Midwest, and it's like come on, man, like nobody has their own sound no more, and that's one thing about the night, and that's one thing I love about the '90s, man. And I know
yeah.
you could call us stuck in the '90s. I really don't give a fuck, but it's just me. I
Facts.
think niggas is just jealous. I'm just gonna keep it a buck because
Oh yeah.
you guys will never have like a generation like that. You guys will never get to endure that, you know?
No,
And
never.
you could be from LA but have different sounds. Like Ice Cube, he's from South Central, not Compton, so motherfuckers will fucking correct me and shit.
Oh
Anyway,
God.
yeah, he's from South Central, has a different sound. South Central Cartel from South Central have
Different
a
sound.
different
Yeah.
sound. Um, Dr. Dre from Compton, different sound. MC8 Compton, different sound. DJ Quick, Compton, different sound. It is like that's a missing art today.
It is.
And this song is no exception, man. I fucking love this song. It's very dope. Like I said, very laid back. You know what I mean? Snoop, man. I would like to hear that version though. What we talked about the one with Snoop.
Yeah.
I could have sworn Snoop was on the song, but he's just
Oh,
in the
he is. But
intro or the hook, right?
yeah. Go on.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah. Shit like that. But he had a verse. I could be bugging Steven, but I know I downloaded a version like that. You know, and I had a song called like Tangeray and Hennessy or some shit like that. You know,
okay.
like unreleased shit from the Chronic. Yeah, I gotta look into that more.
Could it be from that because I know Death Row they put like a double disc of like remixes and B sides. It's like a red cover.
Yeah,
Could it be from that?
probably from that. Probably. But
Okay,
I know it was like some Chronic Deluxe I downloaded just to see what was on there, and I
okay,
was on there. So, but it was just years ago, so I don't remember. But yeah,
right, right, right.
check out that version. But I love what you said about West Coast having their own sound. That was great. Even if they're
Yeah.
from the same region, they still got different sounds.
Oh yeah,
Great.
that's my thoughts on let me ride.
Yeah, that's amazing. Absolutely amazing. All right, now we get to whew, one of my favorites on here, yo. The day
Oh
the
yeah.
niggas took over, man.
Woo.
Oh my God. So fucking dark. For those who don't know, this was inspired by the LA riots because when they were recording this, that was going on. You
Right.
know, April 29th, 1992 lasted fucking days. And, just so eerie. It has like samples of people being interviewed about the LA riots. I
Yeah.
watched mad LA riot interviews. And as soon as I seen a nigga with the Malcolm X shirt talking shit, I'm like, oh shit, that's when the day the niggas took over, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And you can just picture niggas looting with their carriages,
Yeah.
stocking up on fucking TVs, and I don't want to sound fucked up, but beating up Reginald Denny and shit like that. You could just
Yeah.
picture that going on during this song. You know
Right.
what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
It's incredible. Like, how many niggas are ready to lose? That shit is nuts, man. You know, Snoop killed it. Dre killed it. Amazing, amazing shit. Love that song, man. That shit is too ill. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like you just picture the LA riots happening. You know what I mean? Banging track, like I said, really dark, dark, man. Dre, and I think about this album, it's fucking gritty,
Yeah.
but the sound, it's like Thriller. The sound quality, And Dre even
Yeah.
said that. He said, because the shit that we complain about, Steven, Dre don't like that either. Like analog recording sounding like shit.
Right.
Dre said he was tired of hip hop albums sounding like garbage, so he wanted to make this shit sound like Thriller, like a
Right.
gangster rap Thriller, like something that sounds crisp and pristine, but
Mm-hmm.
with that grimy feel. And he did that shit perfectly. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's a
The
fact.
day, yeah, man. The day the niggas took over, you could just see, like I said, all that riot shit happening during the track. You could just see that. What's your thoughts on that track, Steve?
Yeah, one of my favorite songs as well, man.
Oh,
This song you could actually find on the Natural Born Killer soundtrack with what's that? The Woody Harrelson and Juliet Lewis, Mickey and Mallory. It's a
yeah.
classic movie. Love that movie. Um, one little trivia with this song. This song, there's an original version of this song called "Mr. Officer" with the late great Ital Joe. I forgot his name. I think the Jamaican nigga that
Oh,
used to be on it. Yeah, he used to be like, yeah, he was on the song actually. And they was naming like Mr. Gate, like Officer Gates and all them cats, like all the people that got acquitted from the Rodney King, they were naming their names. So they couldn't use the song, so they had to change the song to the name the day the niggas took over. This the actual track on the retail version.
yeah.
Um, that version you can find on YouTube too. But this joint is dope. I really love this joint. Daz, he did his thing on this joint right here. And
Oh,
like
we
you
did.
said, Mike, you can feel the LA riots, and that's one thing I love about certain albums like this, The Predator, even Strictly for My Niggas. Like you could just feel it. Those albums just remind me of the LA riots because they were recorded during that time. You know what I
Sure
mean?
did.
And it's just so dope, man. You can just feel the aggressiveness, the just a dark feel of the album. I really love this. It's definitely one of the darker beats of the album, besides the intro. But this shit right here, man, I love it. I could play it without getting tired of it. Like that should have been a single, but I can understand at that time, like, especially with Death Row, it would have probably been like more like a political stance, and Death Row wasn't really about that. They were all about that gangster shit. You know what I mean? So that's probably why they wouldn't have that as the single or something like that. But I really, really, really love this shit right here. Just them talking about um Dr. J talking about watching the TV and he's getting pissed and he goes out and loot, and just his description of how he looted and like how he took the
Yes.
VCR and all that shit. I thought that was dope, man. Fucking dope.
So
And that's
ill.
my thoughts on that. Love that shit.
Yeah, man. Like I said, one of my favorite tracks on the whole album, man. The darkness, the fucking grittiness. You can picture that on your head. It's
Yep.
just, yo, son. I don't give a fuck. Okay, I want to keep it a buck. My stance on the LA riots, man. I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Imagine a black man. getting beat to half to death and nothing happens to the fucking faggots that did it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think innocent people should get attacked, but if you want to fuck some shit up and loot, fuck it. Like they
Right.
don't give a fuck about us anyway. These motherfuckers.
Right.
I don't blame them, man. I could just hear, um, just feel that anger, man, and woof. I don't blame them. I don't blame them, man. So next we get to nothing but a G thing, man. Everyone knows this. I don't know if it was the second single, first single. I don't know. I don't remember that shit, but amazing, amazing. Everyone knows it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Everyone knows it. A West Coast wine. Everyone knows that. That shit is incredible. Dre and Snoop back and forth, kicking shit, quotables for days. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
quotables for everyone knows that. Quotables for days, getting funky on the mic like an old batch of collard greens. That shit
Woo.
smells when it's fucking fresh. So imagine that shit fucking rancid in your fridge, my nigga. Like,
Right.
ill with it, man. You know. Um, I love this track, even though I'm a little burnt out on it. Like, for a hard rock album, for instance, Appetite for Destruction. I'm burnt out on a lot of songs on there, just all over the radio forever. But,
Yeah, I can
but
imagine.
no, yeah, Number the G thing, I'm the same way with that. Even though I fucking love it, kind of like Juicy and shit like that. But still a dope track, man. Love it, man. Back and forth, they killed it. Snoop especially, starter, have the whole fucking album. Amazing shit. Great production, very clean. That's what I love about it. Um, Amazing, man. Oh shit. I think DLC wrote some rhymes too for this shit
Oh
for
shit.
Dre. Yeah, I'm looking into that right now, just seeing. Um, yeah, man. Number the G thing. What else is to say about it? Everyone knows about it. It's a classic five mic song. Love it. You know, what I gotta say about that. So nasty.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Dope song, timeless song, classic. Everybody knows this song, very iconic. It was actually the first single of the album.
Dope.
Um, what I like about the video, which I thought was pretty cool. I know it's kind of silly, but the scene where you see the girls coming out the you see the girls coming out of the bathroom, but then you see Ice Cube in the middle coming out and shit. So that was pretty cool. That was a dope indication that they got back together. Like, they were cool. They weren't beefing anymore. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, I've seen that
Um,
video. Yeah.
yeah, because that was Lethal Injection Ice Cube. You know what I mean? This is when he had the
Yeah.
afro and all that. You know what I mean? So, um, yeah, man. Just like I love how Snoop started it off. Love the video. You know what I'm saying? Like how he just like you see, he had the Dickies like on his shoulder and shit. One,
Yeah.
two, three to the four. Snoop Doggie's all Dr. Dre at the door. Like the way he said it, with the swing, like it's just so fucking dope, man. Yeah, it is. It is tiring, but you know what? It's one of those songs that I don't know, man. It's just like one of those songs like yes, you can get tired of it, but it's like one of those songs that also puts a smile on your face too.
Oh, it does.
You know what I mean? Um, I've always felt like this was like a I guess like the prequel or yeah, like the prequel to Let Me Ride. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
in the beginning, like we first wake up, you go to the little barbecue, you eat your food, and then after that, you go on your low riders, go to the beach or go over to just kick it. After the barbecue, you throw on Let Me Ride, you just drive to wherever, to the mountains or to the beach or whatever, just kick it with the homies, man. And I've always felt like that, and man, that shit was just so dope, man. I love that song. Very, very dope. That's my thoughts on that.
Oh yeah. Classic song. Amazing shit. Great single too, by the way.
Right.
And I want to rewind a little bit and talk about the one thing about the day that niggas took over. RBX is dope in there too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, his voice is just amazing.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah. Then we get
I need to get
to
that RBX Files album from
oh,
'95.
I need that too. I love that. I love that. I had that downloaded forever. Get a hard copy.
Or
Hell yeah. Then we get the D's nuts. Warren G, who was So I think he should have been a part of this album. He was a big part of like picking samples for Dre. You know what
Right.
I mean? On a G Funk documentary, they talk about that. And I mean, but Suge was on some hating shit with that nigga. You know what I mean?
Of course. Yep.
Suge was a cocksucker. Like, picture this, picture this. The reason why Nate Dogg and Lady of Rage never had albums in '94 like it's supposed to, because of this nigga. Okay, there's an interview with Papa G, this light skinned nigga.
Yeah, I know Papa G.
Yeah, he's like an art director, of Death Row and stuff like that. Um, Joe Cool, I think Snoop's cousin. He be drawing him or like Whiskey, because Whiskey from the art department on Death Row. They would draw like Nate Dogg's album cover, which is supposed to be like dogs playing at a casino,
Yeah.
and she'll be like, "Stop that shit! Stop it! Stop it!" You know? I'm like, wow, this nigga's just a hating ass nigga. He did the same with um Lady of Rage and fucking Warren G. Like Warren G supposed to be on death row, but that didn't happen because of him. He was just a bitch ass nigga. Comes to it. Like I appreciate Suge, but Jesus Christ, what a dick for the most part. But these nuts starts off with Warren G. Little skit. He's on a phone with a bitch. And he said, "What you call get at you today?" She's like, "What?" He's nuts. Shut up, nigga. So then he get Dolomite. You know what I mean?
Rest in peace.
Oh hell yeah, Rudy Raymore, man, R.I.P. Saying a bitch was talking to him like, if I had nuts on the wall, daddy, they be walnuts. She's like, yeah. But if I had nuts on my chin, daddy, they be chin nuts. No, she was like, what would they be? Say, no, you be having a dick in your mouth. And then it goes to these nuts, which is a fucking dope ass fucking song, man. That beat is crazy. Dre does his thing. Nate Dogg is on that shit, you know, killing that shit. An underrated song that really gets talked about. I think it's dope as hell. It started not that ugly ass nigga loving the great years ago with the D's nuts. Not him. Dre started that shit. It was on this album. So
Oh yeah.
G, actually, penned the term for that. But yeah, man, these nuts is great, man. Not much to say about it. Great song. Wasn't that,
Word.
Steven?
Yeah, man. Very dope song. Like you said, very slept on. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was either Let Me Ride or Nothing But a G Thing. This song was playing in the background in the video. I forgot which one.
Yeah.
Um, with this song, which is was pretty interesting, is that this was pretty much like the world's introduction to 213, like in one record, like with Snoop, Warren G, and Nate Dogg, because they
Yeah.
had a group called 213. So this was kind of like their introduction to the whole world. You know what I mean? But before they were called 213, or at least what people would know them as 213. But yeah, man, dope song. Daz, he did his thing. I miss Nate Dogg, man. Like like nobody could do hooks like him. Like he just had like that
No.
ghetto harmonic type of vibe, man, about him. It's just like I don't know. He just has that iconic voice that people don't really, can't really emulate. It was like nobody could be a part of his style. Nobody could ever bite his shit. And it's just like if people try to emulate his shit, like niggas will call him out on it because like ain't nobody like Nate Dogg, and he to me like topped it off. Just kind of like with ain't no fun. The homies can't have none. Like the way he did that shit is pretty much the same how he did with this song too, man. I really enjoyed this song. I thought it was pretty cool. So my thoughts on that.
Oh yeah. Amazing shit.
Word.
Amazing shit, brother. All right. Now we get to one of my personal favorites, man. Oh my God. Little ghetto boy, man. Jesus Christ. Snoop Dogg shines the best on here.
Oh yeah.
Talking about the ills of the, black community getting locked up and shit like that. Um, love that song, man. Such an ill song. Dope storytelling. You know what I mean? That shit is ill, Snoop making reference to stabbing essays and shit like that. I
Yeah.
heard they took it the wrong way, but no, that's just prison politics, man. That's all that
Right.
is. So Ricardo was talking
Hmm.
about that before too. Like it just it's nothing to do with that. Snoop got love for the essays, man.
Right.
Um, amazing, amazing song. If it wasn't for what's coming up in a few track listings later, Steven, this would be my favorite song on the Chronic. I fucking love this song. The sample, I know Steven knows what that is. I don't know what sample that is, but that's amazing. And it's just the production is fantastic. It's so that's that shit. You can just picture like you're locked up, you want to see your family, and fucking your girl just had a kid, and you're talking to her with the phone to the glass. That's that
Right.
shit. That's the feel I get from that, and it's just an amazing song, man. I love it, man. If, like I said, if it wasn't for what's coming up in a few track listens later,
Yeah.
this is my favorite song. I love Little Ghetto Boy. Your thoughts on that, Steve?
You might think I'm crazy for saying this, but
No doubt.
I think, in my opinion, this might be the '90s version of "What's Going On" by Marvin Gaye. This is their version of that.
That's you know what? It's true. Okay, the L.A. riots and all that shit, and
Yeah.
just the way black people were treated. This is our pain. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That
Oh
is
yeah.
beautiful. That's beautiful, my
Yeah.
nigga.
That's
Yeah, I like.
I've thought about that because when Marvin Gaye did his version, he was talking about the Vietnam War, back in the '70s, '60s, and '70s, and now with this shit, with the LA riots and police at an all time high as far as police brutality and all that shit. Because I heard in LA it's pretty crazy, like niggas is like how you saw in the movies. That's how it really was in real life. Like I've had people tell me that. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, same
Um,
here.
you know what I mean? And yeah, this song is. Isn't there a video for this?
There might be Steven. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I think I saw something like that on YouTube a
Yeah,
while back. But yeah, Snoop Dogg he stole the show on this shit right here. This easily could have been like a Snoop Dogg solo track in my opinion.
yes, I'm with you, brother.
Because I think Dre he only had like one he had one verse and then Snoop had two. He had the first verse and I think he did the last verse.
Yeah,
And it was dope how they had the Donny Hathaway sample, the little ghetto boy playing the ghetto street. That shit is whoo. Such a dope way to use that sample, man. And I love the intro, man. You just talked about how black people need to start their own business, stop going to these Chinese people and getting a perm and stuff like that, or the weave and all that stuff. Like go natural, you know what I mean? Just save your money, things like that. And I love that, man. I love that shit, man. It's like even though this came out in '92, but it is relevant to today because it's still going on to this day.
it is, brother.
You know?
It is. What a great way of putting it, man. The '90s version of what's going on. That is true, man.
Yeah.
And it's a great way to put it, man. Absolutely. Now, shit. My favorite song on the whole album, "A Nigga with a Gun."
Woo.
Starts off with Dre have a gun in the dude's mouth. What's wrong, nigga? You can't talk with a gun in your mouth? Grimy shit, man.
Yeah.
Uh, that who's the man with the master plan? A nigga with a motherfucking gun. 44 reasons come to mind why these punk motherfuckers is hard to find,
Woo.
The punk motherfuckers in black and white ain't the only bitch niggas I got to fight. Love that shit. I know DOC or Snoop wrote that for him, but I don't give a fuck. He delivered that shit greatly, man, effortlessly, and that's a dope track, gangster shit, real grimy. I love a nigga with a gun. The beat is thumping. Great track. My favorite track on the whole album. It has been since I was a kid. You know what I
Right.
mean? It never changed. That's my favorite track on the album. Absolutely love it. Classic, underrated, a deep cut on the album.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna listen to the Chronic or put a song from the Chronic on a playlist, it would be that and some other shit. But a nigga with a gun is my favorite song on the whole fucking album, man. Your thoughts on that, brother?
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely a dope song. Love the way you broke that down.
Thank you,
Dr.
brother.
Dre in his bag, man. And like you said, man, like yeah, we already know that Dre don't write his lyrics, but you know what? It's like you said, it's about the delivery. And the difference is, I know some niggas be say, "Oh yeah, but Drake said the same thing." But you see, here's the difference: niggas like Dre and Easy E and all these other cats that didn't write their shit in the '90s wasn't saying they were the best. You know, because niggas will
Yeah,
call them out on that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. But man, this should have been a single. Honestly, this easy should have been a single. But but I guess like I guess with politics or whatever. I mean, not I shouldn't say politics, but because Death Row, I felt like always had creative control, and that's one thing I loved about Interscope. They let them do what the fuck they want. I love that. Um,
yes,
but this easily could have been a single, but it is what it is. It's just just niggas on this stick up kid type shit, man. This is like this West Coast version of the stick up kids, man. And that's what I got
hell
from this
yeah,
shit right here, man. Just talking this gun shit, man. Fucking love it, man.
love it too, brother. And Jimmy had Jimmy Iovine had a great relationship with Drake, so he let niggas do what the fuck they wanted to do. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And killed it, man. First song on the whole album.
Oh yeah.
Then we get to another fucking absolute banger.
Whew.
Tat tat. Jesus Christ. RBX on the intro of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Fire. Dr. Dre body and shit. Snoop on the chorus. Rat a tat 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 like that, and I never let a nigga. What is shit? Rat a tat
Oh,
tat tat. Never hesitate to put a nigga on his
on his
back.
back. Yeah.
Hey, then you took that and put it on what's my name on Dog
Mm-hmm.
Style. I fuck dog. This is why I love gangster rap. You know what I mean?
Right.
As much as I'm played out on Eminem, I love when M said on the Devil's Night album, the D12 album that came out in 2001.
Dope
Gangsta rap.
album.
Oh, I love that album. Gangsta rap made me act like a maniac. You know what I mean? And it fucking did. When I was a little kid, I was bumping this shit heavy. I'm like, fuck y'all niggas, man. This is my music. You know, like this is why I love hip hop and heavy metal so much. They're both angry ass genres. You
That's what
know?
I love. Yup.
Yeah,
Same.
and Rat-a-tat-tat is so in your fucking face. I love that. That's my second favorite song on the whole album. Fuck it. That and Little Ghetto Boy kind of like ping pong in itself to be my second favorite, but Rat-a-tat-tat is just superb. Like gangster rap royalty
Yeah.
right there. That's the blueprint for gangster rap right there. Okay?
Facts.
Amazing song, man. That's my thoughts on that. Thoughts on that, brother?
Yeah. This is my favorite song. Well, I would say this would be like my first. Well, I would say a day the nigga took the day that niggas took over, and this song will be like my favorites off the album. And there's another one which I'll save for last, but um, I love this song. This is Dr. Dre on his gangster shit, man. I love this shit. This is the type of shit that you with your boys, you in a gang or whatever, and you about to do a drive by, you play this song right here. You know what I mean? I fucking love this shit. I wish Snoop had a verse on this shit. Snoop would have killed this shit. Oh
Oh
my
yeah. I
god, man.
don't know why he
He
didn't. He
was
should have.
Yeah, he was just on the hook. I mean, he did his thing. The hook was dope, but I was expecting a Snoop verse, man. This shit is just too fucking ill. It's so gangster. I
Yeah.
fucking love this shit, son.
It's either my second favorite song or that Little Good Boy. I can't pick. You know?
Yeah, yeah, it's hard, man. It's good music overall, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's my thoughts, man. Whew, I cannot. It's one of those songs I could play all the time, not get tired of the drums and the sample and oh my god, whew,
I know, bro. It
love
is
this shit, man.
amazing.
Love this
Yeah, I'm
shit.
with you, brother. That shit is nuts, man. I love that. I'm gonna bump that shit after the show. Fuck it. I love that damn song.
No doubt.
Hell yeah, brother. Now we just usually glance by skits, but I want to talk about this a little bit. I won't take too much of the time. But the
No
20
doubt.
sack pyramid, the 20 sack pyramid, man, fucking hilarious. Oh my god. Unfortunately, DLC, he had the accident in '89 and all that, but
Yeah.
he could do skits and He is absolutely hilarious on this. You got Dre at home and he's telling his bitch, "Yo, put it on the TV. Give me something to drink." You know what I mean? And then he's watching the TV. He's like, "Oh shit, 20 Sec Pyramid," and asking niggas questions like, who'd you fuck? And they're like, he's like, Holly Berry. When DLC says that, I was dying. You know, yeah, dissing Tim Dog on it yet again. This is a funny ass skit that you don't get in hip hop anymore. I
No,
get why people don't like. No, you don't, brother. I get why people don't like skits, but I love that skit. Any thoughts on the 20 Sec Pyramid?
yeah, very dope. Play on the 20 $1,000 pyramids. Which was like a popular game show in the 70s. My
Never knew
mom
about.
used to watch that back in the day and shit. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, man, that shit is funny. It's a shame that DOC lost his voice due to drunk driving. You know what I mean? But it did work out. It did work out, man. It's so funny. The questions I was asked and the answers that they get. It's like hocus pocus. Oh, things that people smoke. Oh, that's right. Oh, fuck me in the ass. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, oh, things that Tim Dog would say.
yeah, suck my
Shit like
dick or some shit
that,
like
man. That's
that.
just too funny, son. It's dope, man. Yeah, very funny. I personally don't mind skits, man, but I just think people don't do it right. I think that's a problem. To me, the three key people that do the best skits, in my personal opinion, is Busta Rhymes, Redman, and Wu Tang. I think those three have the best skits, in my personal opinion.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah, and the skits have something and the thing is when they do the skits, it's like it ties well with the next song that's about to play or the song after that just played. You know,
Yeah,
and the thing is, I think for me, in my opinion, for you to do a dope skit, you have to have an ill imagination. Imagination. If you don't have an imagination, then it's not gonna work.
facts.
You know what I
You
mean?
gotta have no
That's just my
imagination for
thought.
that.
That's my thoughts on that
I'm with you, brother.
word.
Hell yeah. Now we get to a fucking banger on here. Death row inmates being showcased. Man, lyrical gangbang. Fire. Lady of Rage. Ill. RBX. Ill. But corrupt Young Gotti, man. Corrupt killed it for me.
Word.
Lyrical gangbang. Death row was in the building, man. Let niggas know. You know? And they all were young, soaking in Dre's teachings and stuff like that, getting high all night. I would like to be a fly on the wall. That's one album I would want to be present for, The Chronic.
Oh yeah. Whew.
You're gonna get drunk, you're gonna get some pussy, and you're gonna get high. How good is that? You know what I mean?
Word.
And
Word.
if you're a producer like you, Steven, you're gonna learn some shit from Dre. So,
Oh yeah.
just that's one of the albums. And this album means a lot to me too. This is one of the greatest albums in music period, not just hip hop, in music period. So yeah, man, Lyrical Gangbang, Corrupt stole the show for me, Steve. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
I fucks with that. I fucks with that. Um, I like the song. It's
Yeah.
not my favorite though. It's not one of my favorites. But
Oh,
I do
respect.
appreciate what happened.
Oh, I just said respect, my nigga. Respect.
Yeah, no, it's just the beat. You know what I mean? Like I feel like he could have done more. He could have done more with the beat, but I understand why he did it that way. It was more so of um people hearing the lyrics. You know what I mean? So you because hence the name lyrical gangbang. Lady Ray's doing her thing, corrupt and RBX, and I like the fact that Dr. Dre let them spit, and Dr. Dre just stepped in. He just stepped out of the cipher. He let them spit, and it was kind of like their introduction to the world. You know what I mean? And I thought that was pretty cool. I think this wasn't this Corrupt's first appearance on Wax,
I
like this
believe
song.
so.
Yeah,
Yes.
you
Yes.
know what I mean. Love the use of the Led Zeppelin drums. I mean, that's a classic. what is it? The when the Levy breaks, right? That's a drum break,
Yeah,
right? Yeah,
I love you, Blake. Yeah, brother.
yeah. When Levy breaks, I mean that's a classic song, and those drums been used on hip hop so many times. But this is no different. Um, yeah, man. Corrupt did his thing. Love the line when he says, "Living, I'm living large like a fat bitch." Thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah,
He said, "So feel the wrath, nigga. I rip in half, niggas." Like that shit is funny.
yeah,
Yeah, man, it's so dope, man. I like I said, I like the song. The lyrics saved it, but it was the beat that just didn't really do much for me. But I understand why he made it kind of like simple. It's just so people could pay attention to the lyrics. So, but I
yeah.
guess that's just the producer in me. You know what I mean? But
Oh yeah.
overall, it's not a bad song. But it's just I feel like the beat could have been a little bit better. Could have added a little bit more to it. But overall, dope.
Now we get to high powered. Ooh, I love that. The West Coast wines is dark this time. You know what
Right.
I mean? Dre talking shit. That's just nigga. You can tell that nigga high as a motherfucker. Cause niggas are really getting blazed on the recording of this album. And he said, he's like, you hear that little shit in the background? That's my homegirl Rage. You know that shit is fire, man. And then RBX, bodies that shit. High powered is amazing. I love that song. Great, great song. This would probably be like right after Little Ghetto Boy and a Nigga with a Gun for me, as
Okay.
some of my favorites. 'Cause I love that shit, man. So dope. Definitely a standout on the album for me, anyway. High
All
powered.
right.
Yeah,
I respect that.
no doubt.
Again, one of my least favorites on the album.
Oh
Um,
man.
yeah, it's not one of my favorites. RBX did his thing, but again, the beat, I just wasn't a fan of the beat,
Uh,
honestly. Yeah.
maybe because I'm a fucking weed head, Steven, and it calms me down. I don't fucking know.
No, no,
But
no. That could be it, yo. That could be it.
yeah,
It's like how Kill said, like how he couldn't really enjoy There Was a Dark Side because like he's not a weed head, so he wouldn't enjoy which I disagree because I don't smoke weed. I love
yeah,
that album because Redman is most creative point in his life, but it was like one of his most darkest times in his life too. But that's neither here or there. But I
yeah.
don't know, man. It was just something about this song. It didn't hit me like that, like the other songs did. But
No,
it's
no
not a
doubt.
bad song. It's not a bad song, but it wasn't like one of my. It's not something I go to. Same thing
Yeah.
with our lyrical gangbang. It's like one of those two songs that I don't really fuck with like that. But not bad songs. Just not one of those songs I go to.
I can relate to that. Me being a big pothead that I am, just hearing those that it just man, soothing, man. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Right,
And it's that West Coast shit that I love. It like reminds me of like Menace or something. I don't know, like Kane and Old
right,
Dog coming out there, coming out Kane's grandma house and shit like that. I just picture that shit, man.
right.
That production is just insane. So now we get the doctor's office, another skit, which is funny as fuck. Like Dre's a doctor, and bitches make appointments to fuck. How fucking how crazy is that, man? That's a job to go for, my nigga. You know what I
Oh yeah.
mean? All day fucking bitches waiting in line to get some dick, my nigga. And there's a girl that she wants to see Dr. Dre immediately, and Jewel, the singer Jewel, she plays the secretary, and she's like, here's another patient, miss, and she just barges in and say, okay, you see this big dick fucking somebody, and then you just hear the bitch getting fucked. I thought that shit was funny as hell. Like, come on now, a nigga,
Yeah.
the doctor nigga that just fucking bitches all day. That shit is funny. It's immature, it might be, but yo, though, I don't give a fuck. That shit has me dying. So yeah, any thoughts on that skit, Steven? Or you just go to the next track?
Nah, he's go to the next track. It's funny, but
Yeah,
nothing much to talk about. It's
yeah,
self-explanatory.
yeah. It's funny, man.
Put it
But
like this: you couldn't play this shit right. You couldn't have a skit like that right now, especially with the
oh
Me Too
no,
movement. No, hell no.
And bitches are acting like he's raping women. How is he raping women? It's fucking. They're going with it. So shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know, it's consensual sex, you dumb bitch.
Yeah.
You know, but whew. um, now we get a track that I fucking love, man. This shit is thumping, amazing beat. Probably the best posse cut on the joint, man. Stranded on Death Row. Oh my god. The fuck, it's so dark. The intro from Bushwick. Bushwick
Yeah.
Bill's on here. Yes, I'm in the house now for sure. I love that shit. You
Woo.
know, that's so dope. Bushwick Bill with the intro, and then Corrupt setting it off, body and shit. Love that. Then RBX comes in, if I'm not mistaken. Then it's Lady of
Hmm.
Rage, Snoop, and then Bushwick with the outro. Apps like Dre wasn't a stingy nigga.
Right.
Like on the album cover, it says um introducing the death row inmates for a reason, featuring the death row inmates for a reason. Snoop
Right. Right.
Dogg
Right.
and Corrupt and Jewel and all them, and then that nigga Daz, which is a dope name. I love that name. I love Daz Dillinger, but that nigga Daz, I might like that better. That's a dope ass name.
Oh yeah.
And the way it's spelled and everything, I love that. But yeah, Straight on Death Row is fire, man. From Bushwick Bill's intro to the last verse, fucking amazing. Thoughts on that, Steve?
Yeah. Very dope. Very slept on. I don't really hear too many people talk about this posse cut.
I know. I don't get it.
Yeah. But Corrupt, like you said, did his thing. Love the way he says, "I get rugged like Rawhead Rex with fat tracks that fits." Dude, that was pretty
Woo.
cool. Um, RBX when he says, "No extensions, all attempts are to fail." Blinded by the light, it's time for you to learn Braille. I mean, whew, killed that shit. I mean, this is lyricism, man. This to me beats lyrical gangbang in my opinion.
I'm not gonna. You know what? I agree. Even though I love that, I like this better.
Yeah, yeah, I like this a lot better. This is more like it, and Snoop Dogg saved the best for last. Can't get no better than Snoop, man. Especially this Snoop in his prime. This is Jerry Curl Snoop. You know what I'm saying? Before he
Oh
had
yeah,
the braids, man. But yeah, man, this shit right here, fucking love this shit. Very, very dope.
amazing, amazing. I can't get enough of that, Steve.
Yeah,
Amazing shit. Train on Death Row, man. Jesus. Then we get the Roach, the Chronic outro. Which nothing to it, just niggas talking damn near. You
yeah,
know,
that's it.
samples P Funk. He wants to get fucked up on the 1976 masterpiece,
Hmm.
Mothership Connect in Parliament. Amazing, amazing. Yeah, not much to it. This nigga smoking weed, and
Yeah.
I can relate to this, okay? Cause boy, there's nothing like smoking weed to the head. You will tear apart your refrigerator, my nigga. So when they're talking about you know, drinking cokes and eating cheeseburgers and shit, I can relate to that, man. Cause it gives you the munchies, man. And I'm a weed head to the fullest. You know what I mean? I know I had an
Yeah.
issue with sativa, with the panic attacks, but I don't,
Yeah.
I don't smoke that shit no more. I smoke indicas and hybrids, and that's mellow. There's no
Right.
heart rate
Right.
involved. Mellow. So everyone out there, fuck sativa, indicas
Right.
and hybrid. Know your strains and be safe. But that shit is so soothing, man. I love that little outro deal. Fire. I love it. Thoughts on that, Steve?
Yeah. Yeah. Not much to talk about, like you said.
Yeah, you're not a weed head, so I guess it does nothing for you. But
Yeah.
for me, I get it because it's funny and I know what niggas what they're talking about.
Right.
But yeah, it's great for me. But man, oh man, I'm looking at my OG CD right now. It's not listed on there, but bitches ain't shit, my nigga.
Ooh.
Man, Dr. Dre, going at easy again. You know, Snoop Dogg talks about finding his bitch fucking on Daz, fucking with Daz, and he was like, "What are you mad at Daz?" Was like, "Nah, fuck a bitch." You know what I mean? And when you're a young teenager and your girlfriend is acting up, this is a good song to play, my nigga. Definitely.
Hmm.
I love women, real women, but the
Yeah,
fuck slutty whores, nah. You get this song right here.
yeah, the hood
You
rats.
yeah, the hood rats or the bitches cheating on their man. You get this
Hmm.
song right here. It's dedicated to you fucking whores, right over here.
Hmm.
But nevertheless, amazing. I think it should be a part of the album, not just
Oh
some
yeah.
bonus. I fucking love it. I think Roxanne Shante took a did offended to this or I don't know, some shit like that.
I
But
think I heard something like that. I think I did.
yeah, yeah, amazing, love it. Great way to end the album, man. Thoughts on that, Steve?
Yeah, one of my favorite songs of the album. Love that beat. That beat is just so fucking dope.
I love
Um,
it.
50 Cent actually rapped over this beat too. I think it was on the I want to say it was on the 50 Cent's The Future mixtape. I think he did. It was either that or No Mercy No Pain or some shit like that. It was one of those mixtapes, one of those early mixtapes he was rapping over with this, and Lloyd Banks as well. But getting back to this song, man, I fucking love it. I mean, that just been mad disrespectful talking about. Yeah, I used to know this bitch named Eric Wright. Everybody knows Eric Wright being Easy E. Like, damn, you just called this nigga a bitch? Like, holy shit. But the way he says it is like he's a female, you know what I'm saying? Like, holy shit. Um, yeah, fucking Snoop killed this shit. Corrupt killed this shit. Oh my god, I fucking love this beat. So disrespectful, but I love it.
I
And
love it too,
Jewel,
brother.
man, Jewel. Oh my god, she is so nasty in this shit.
She
She is
is.
so nasty in the beginning and at the end of the shit. She said, all the hoes know that I'm on the floor, hoe, but they can't hang with my type of swing. I ain't trying to suck everything a length, but there's just the two juicy ones with the tip of the tongue.
Yeah,
I'm like, holy shit. Like I
and I
said,
don't give a fuck.
yeah. And this song, like, again, this song could never ever be put on any album today, especially in the mainstream. Hell no. You would have to be underground to put some shit out like this. Like, for them to put this out in the mainstream is very risky, and it takes a lot of balls to do that.
Yes.
Because that's the, especially like I said, with the Me Too movement that's going on right now, man. Yeah, it's very risque, but fuck it. I love the fact that they did what the fuck they want. And again, they're not talking about all women. They just talking about, like you said, all the hood rats, the hood buggers, or the hoes and sluts that have no respect for themselves. They talking about them. Not not the good women out there, the housewives, the plainsies. We're not talking about that.
No.
So, 'cause you know people they get offended over everything. So especially nowadays,
Yeah.
everything's so PC.
So it's so PC, man.
Yeah.
It's fucking terrible, but yeah, man, what a way to end the album. And this album is like it's part of the culture big time, man.
Oh,
It
fact.
is, to the point where in barbershop, the very first barbershop from 2003, you hear that the
Hmm.
last nigga Ricky said, "You gotta teach our kids more than the Chronic album." You know what I mean? It's, it's everywhere, man. The Chronic is a fucking masterpiece. It's the gangster version of Thriller, like I said before. Like it's known everywhere. Like people say Illmatic is a hip hop Thriller, yeah, but the same could be said for Chronic, in my
Oh,
opinion.
facts. Facts.
Yeah, masterpiece. This album was released on December 15th, 1992. There was a long box version that came with rolling papers.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man, my uncle told me about that. And
Yeah,
as a little
that's dope promo, son.
hell yeah, it is, man. It is, and everyone knows, all my weed smokers out there. I don't like them because they burn too fucking fast. But zigzags, the zigzag rolling papers, that was the album cover inspired by zigzag rolling papers because and West Coast niggas was on that zigzags, but Pac taught niggas how to smoke blunts, roll blunts and
Yeah.
shit. But
Yeah, that's a New York thing right there.
oh yeah, definitely is.
Well, I
you
should
know,
say East Coast. I say East Coast. I don't want to just pin that all
yeah,
in New York, but you know what I mean.
yeah. I don't. Only good thing about I don't want to get weed school over here, but only good thing about smoking joints, you can taste the weed, you know, because cigars, like like Phillies and all that, you taste tobacco. But I don't smoke them no more. I smoke hemp papers. Hemp, hemp is like blunts, blunt wraps. You know what I mean? and you get the good taste. But oh shit, Steven's mic is muted. What the fuck? Maybe he muted it because he's dealing with something.
Oh, my
But
bad.
oh, it's all good, brother. But yeah, man. December 15th, 1992. We figured we'll do this now, and I think we killed it, brother. This was fun. This
I had
was
fun too.
fun. It's shit like this, the Jay Z and Nas. We should do more often. That because like off the cuff, unprepared reviews, they work well for us, as well as
Oh
the
yeah.
reviews we got prepared. It's the same shit. Our chemistry is unstoppable, my nigga. So you know.
Yeah, and plus I did a review on this album years ago, so
Oh,
I
same, Steven.
definitely definitely even though I listened a little bit of the songs earlier today, when you
Yeah,
told me about the Chronic, I'm like, all right, I'll listen a little bit of it, and then the rest I'll just figure it out, just go with the flow. But I thought we did a great job.
I think we did. Hell yeah, brother.
One thing I want to mention though, I wish Jewel came out with
Yeah,
an album.
same here.
Like, there's so many albums that Death Row has out, well, that's unreleased, that's in the vaults, man. Do you think Prince got vaults? Death Row got vaults for days, man. Holy shit.
Imagine, imagine, brother.
Like, Second to None, they have an album they recorded back in '94. DJ Quick did all the production, and I think that was supposed to be out on Death Row, but that never came out.
I heard about that, dude. I heard
Yeah, that
about
shit
that.
is dope. It's dope.
Safe and Sound era, quick was rolling with Death Row heavy.
Yes, sir.
I don't know about you, Steven, but I got some time to kill, man. If you don't, it's all good. I understand.
Actually,
But
I'm gonna actually start getting ready because I'm about to head up to Miami to do the Art Basel shit. So, I'm about to
oh
take a shot.
shit,
Yeah, cause
Baz.
yeah, man. Cause I got back. I went to the barber shop. Then I had a nail in my tires. So I had to get that out and shit.
Oh
Get that
god,
plugged and shit. Yeah, this is annoying. And it wasn't like it was like one of them small, those skinny joints, those skinny nails. So it was
yeah.
like a slow leak and shit. So that shit was mad annoying. I was like, I'm putting in like every couple of days, man. That shit was annoying as fuck. But I'm
Son,
glad I
I've
got
been
that.
there,
Yeah.
but it wasn't like
So
that. It was just like flat shit. That
right.
me and my uncle are stuck on a fucking highway and shit like that. Oh my
Oh, that
god.
sucks.
Yeah.
I'm just happy. I'm just happy though that I don't have to deal with potholes like you guys do up there, man.
Oh
Those
yeah.
shits, yeah, potholes are fucking jeez. Whew. I
Enough to
don't wish it
strangle a
on
nigga.
nobody. Yeah, facts.
Enough to, like dog. The people for the young niggas that don't got that license or whatever. Like it, shit can be crazy, my nigga. Like that ass. But yeah, man. Thank you so much.
Word.
Um, I appreciate it, my nigga.
Of
Um,
course.
chat. Thank you.
Appreciate the love. Make sure y'all subscribe. Click on the
Yeah,
bell button so
subscribe.
anytime we go live, it should pop on your notifications, whether it's on your phone, your computer, whatever, how you ever get your notifications. Thank you, chat. We have 18 people watching. That's dope. Fucking love that.
Hell yeah.
Share it on your IG, Twitter, Facebook. Share it. Just spread the word, man. Just trying to get bigger, man. So
Oh
that's
yeah, and
what's going on.
everybody smash that motherfucking like button too, cause they be mad niggas in here with like 5 likes. Fuck all that. Smash that like button.
Yes,
Smash it.
sir.
Yeah, man, and everyone that I mentioned, Brandon, Eric, give me your email addresses. I'm gonna need them. I mean, give me your addresses, your street addresses, cause I'm gonna need it. All right, there you have it. Chronic. Good luck, Steven, at the
I
Art
appreciate that.
Basel. I don't know much about Art Basel. I just know that's a song of Fly God, Vivian at the Art Basel. That's all I know about that.
No,
Yeah,
well, to explain what Art Basel is usually an event. It's like a I would say like it's like a week long, maybe not a couple, like a 5 day 5 day event that happens here in Miami. You get a lot of people showing their art, but you also have music performances. You have artists performing, whether it's rappers, singers, actual artists that paints and all that stuff. And it got some like dope exhibit, like art exhibits and shit like that. So it's out in the streets of Wynwood. So So I'm definitely gonna link up with the low lives and shit. You know what I'm saying? You're Thurston Howell and them
Fire.
niggas. Cause he
Oh
live out
shit.
there. Yeah, he lives out there. So I'm gonna chop it with them for a little bit. You know what I mean? And see where it goes, man. Just vibing. You know what I mean? That's why I took today this weekend off so I could go to that shit. I can't miss that. I went for the last couple years, so definitely had to kind of make that a tradition. Definitely.
Oh yeah. And you're gonna be in Ralph's neck of the woods, my nigga. I
Yes,
think
sir.
that's dope. Cause from Miami and shit. So
Oh
yeah,
shit.
man. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I'll let you get ready now, bro. Um,
yes, sir.
have a great time, my nigga. Peace to the chat,
Appreciate it.
and we'll see y'all
Peace,
niggas on the
man.
flip side.
Yes, sir. Peace.
Peace, peace, y'all.